Welcome to Television Sydney News. I'm Cherie Mutt and it's great to have you with us. In this bulletin, a nursing home fire tragedy, motorists face higher tolls on the M5, and a Campbelltown primary school wins the J-Rock competition. But first, several elderly residents are dead and others seriously injured after a fire destroyed part of a nursing home at Quakers Hill earlier this morning. More than 100 emergency services personnel arrived at the nursing home on Hambleton Road at about 5 a.m. Fire and Rescue New South Wales Commissioner Greg Mullins described the scene as chaotic and tragic, but could not confirm the death toll. A number of elderly people suffering smoke inhalation were taken to hospital. The cause of the fire is not yet known. A large rock was thrown onto the M4 at Collerton on Sunday, narrowly missing a vehicle. Police say 2 youths were seen throwing the rock, which weighed about 10 kilograms, onto the motorway's eastbound lane between Bennett and Roper Roads at about 7:30 p.m. Detective Inspector Gavin Rattenbury of St Mary's Police said the incident had the potential to cause serious, if not fatal, injuries to a passing motorist. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Motorists on the M5 will pay an extra 60 cents at the toll gates from next Friday. The toll for cars and motorcycles will change from $3.80 to $4.40. It's the first increase to the toll on the motorway for cars and motorcycles since 2006. The toll for trucks will remain unchanged at $8.80. The exclusive Brethren has withdrawn its application for a church in Lyle Court at West Pennant Hills. The move follows a series of objections from a local action group and a letter sent to the Brethren from the council staff, which asked them to withdraw the plan because it was incompatible with the surrounding neighbourhood. A new report has revealed more than 6.5 tonnes of rubbish was collected from the Georges River and surrounding parks in Liverpool in 1 year. The report follows the clean-up efforts of the Georges River Keeper program, which provides on-ground rubbish collection and restoration works in conjunction with 9 councils. In Liverpool, volunteers spent more than 662 hours cleaning up 14 sites, including Angle Park and Davy Robinson Reserve. River Keeper Coordinator Tony Wales said most of the rubbish was picked up from the Chipping Norton Lakes area. Liverpool Hospital has purchased 2 pulse oximeters for the children's ward thanks to a generous donation from a local community in Moorebank. Representatives from the Georges Fair estate presented the hospital with a cheque for over $6,000 raised at a family fun day. The equipment enables a child's blood oxygen level to be monitored accurately and informs nursing staff immediately if a child's condition deteriorates.
It's just important because the patients that come in with the respiratory viruses, we just need to monitor their oxygen saturations, because with respiratory viruses, their oxygen levels can become really low and the heart rate can become really fast as well. With these machines, we can monitor them, and it also deciphers whether we need to give them oxygen or to lower their heart rate or help them with their work of breathing.
The machines are particularly important in giving accurate readings for babies like 5-month-old Caitlin Lim, who is constantly moving.
I think also it's very important for the family and children knowing that their child, while they're sleeping and they can't watch their children, that any desaturations or decreased levels of oxygen is monitored and captured by the machine, and it will alarm when required, so the parents can just sleep sound knowing that the nurses are out there and they can hear the alarms and can go in when required.
The Georges Fair community raised more than $3,000 for the children's ward last year. Students at Sarah Redfern High School in Minto are busy creating an Aboriginal underground oven. The school's cultural garden will be finished before Christmas and aims to foster friendships between Aboriginal, Tongan and New Zealander students. Year 10 student Farasia Fapoulier helped do the cooking areas with her friends during a science class.
Having the Aboriginal students work together with the Islanders is really good because it kind of brings us together as one. Even though our school is multicultural, it's going to show others that we can bond as one.
Students said the project would also help improve the look of the school and show visitors that the school was growing and developing. The St Vincent de Paul Society is appealing to residents to think about giving a gift to those in need this Christmas. A survey from the Australia Institute has shown $750 million worth of unwanted gifts are given at Christmas, which has prompted the charity to ask people to consider donating to Vinnie's instead.
The results of a survey came across our desk at Vinnie's, and it was really suggesting that many Australians would like to do things at Christmas a little bit differently. particularly in the area of giving. We know that 4 out of 5 Australians said that they'd rather see a gift given to charity in their name than receive, if you like, another pair of socks or a ridiculously wide tie. They're kind of really the figures we picked up on, and we thought this is an opportunity for us to tie in with Christmas and remind people that a gift can be more than something that you find under a tree.
And with the rising costs and housing shortage, the need for their services is greater than ever.
Housing costs are a major factor at the moment leading into Christmas, and it's an ongoing pressure. The housing shortage throughout the state, not just confined to Sydney or urban areas. The rental housing shortage and affordable housing crisis has really been a great source of concern for us. It's meant that many people who wouldn't have approached Vinnie's in the past, those people that are working in some instances, are having to seek our help now simply because they can't afford to live anywhere.
To make a donation to the Vinnie's Christmas Appeal, just visit a Vinnie's Centre or vinnies.org.au. You can also call 13 18 12. To sport now, and Wentworthville Leagues Cricket Club has launched a book to celebrate its first 50 years. The club's 12 best ever cricketers were included in the book, with the judges choosing players from every team the club has fielded since 1958. One of the nominated players, John Stevenson, said the club had a proud history.
I had my 21st birthday upstairs, and it's a good club. They had me 50 in the hall just down the bottom down here in that Ringrose Park. But other than that, it was just great club and great club to be a member of.
He said times had changed since he started at the club more than 3 decades ago.
Next 50 years, I don't know where I'll be here, but the club will be still here, and the cricket club and the squash club and the bowls club, we'll still have all of them. It's a very good social club to be a member of.
The book, A Celebration of Cricket, includes all the facts, figures and memories. Staying with cricket, and the New South Wales Under-17 cricket team heads to Hobart next month to bring home the trophy for the national Under-17 titles. A trio of Westfield Sports High students will all line up in blue. The students Jeremy Marr, Jamie Brown and Daniel Solway form part of a school cricket team striving to win the New South Wales All-School title for the 3rd time. Sylvania Pro rider Chris Sutton is among the favourites to win this year's New South Wales Grand Prix cycling series. Sutton rides for the British-based Team Sky and has been in great form all year. He posted his first stage win when he took out the opening road stage of the Tour of Spain in the Grand Tour event. Sutton also won last year's New South Wales Grand Prix series and finished 2nd the year before. The 2 race series will start in Wollongong on November 26. St Peter's Anglican Primary School at Campbelltown has rocked out better than any other primary school in Australia. On Saturday it won the first ever J-Rock, the primary school division of the Rockestedford Challenge, with a story about forgiveness.
So we chose the story of a Dutch lady called Corrie ten Boom. During World War II, her family helped to hide Jewish prisoners from the Nazis in Holland. Her sister and her were eventually caught and sent to a concentration camp called Ravensbrück, where her sister died. And after the war, Corrie wanted to talk about her experiences, but also to preach and tell people about what God has done for her. And then after one of her sermons, one of the guards who she knew at Ravensbrück came up and asked for her forgiveness. And so we wanted to tell the story overall about forgiveness and redemption.
Students, parents and teachers spent 2 years researching the costumes, sets, speech and hairstyles.
We started early in the start of the year, and we've just practiced and choreographed it and stuff since then, and then we performed it that night.
Last Saturday their time was taken up with dress rehearsals and getting ready to take on the other schools from around Australia that night.
And the day was a lot of fun, doing practice on stage in front of the other schools, and then on the night when we did it in front of the crowd, that was really amazing.
But it was all worth it for the 110 students and 7 teachers involved.
Well, I started crying at the end because I was happy and joyful, but then again it's over, so I didn't get to do it again. But yeah, it was good.
The school will now go on to the international tournament for the J-Rock, and we wish them all the very best. That's all we have time for here at Television Sydney News. For more information on these stories, visit tvs.org.au or pick up your local Fairfax newspaper. I hope to see you next time.